Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Amina Adams and I welcome you to another beautiful edition of the Sahur Kitchen on IBT TV show, courtesy Honeywell Flour Mills PLC. I've got my guest with me. She is Alhaja Basira Olajimoke Fadairo Alaka. She's a businesswoman and the former supervisor of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Ifelodun LCDA. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. Wa alaikum salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah ta'ala, when we come back from the break, you'll tell us what you're cooking and then we'll set the discussion on the way. Stay with us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is the Sahur Kitchen on the IBT TV show. We are in the kitchen with Alhaja Basira and she's going to cook for us. What do you have for us today? I know you're making Honeywell with flour.
Yeah.
With vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup.
Can you talk us through your recipe?
These are the recipes for this morning meal. I'm going to prepare ugu vegetable soup with Honeywell flour.
With flour?
With flour. Honeywell with flour.
Okay. So
then here we have our recipes. This is turkey. We have our turkey. We have our stockfish. Okay. We have onions. We have shrimp. We have our pepper. We have our cow skin. Then we have crayfish, along with the palm oil and groundnut oil. Okay. This is our ugu vegetable.
Okay. Mashallah. So inshallah ta'ala, we will get started without wasting any more time. I will talk about women in politics. Why did you get into politics?
Actually,
that's a very hard terrain. What do you need to start with? So
okay, let me start. I will first of all boil my turkey.
Okay, inshallah.
Let me put it on the fire.
I'll help you light the fire. You were not afraid that it's a man's terrain.
I joined politics because of my community.
Okay.
I really want to, make my own contribution towards the efforts of our women especially. I have a very good passion to make our women a very reliable women in the community.
Okay.
Because the men in politics, sometimes they don't allow them to participate.
Okay.
They don't let them have the say.
Okay.
In their areas, in their community especially.
Okay.
But I really want to bring them in to the mainstream of politics in our community.
Okay.
So they too can have one thing or the other to contribute towards the community and towards their children.
When we were having the chat earlier, you did make it clear that you were the first person to occupy that office. It's a new office. Were you scared to take on that task? Because actually when it's a new task, no one has done it before, so there's nothing for you to look at. You were the first person to occupy that office. How was it taking on that task?
I'm not scared because that was not I've been aspiring politically.
Okay.
That is just an appointment. I've not been able to go to, they've not given me any chance to be in office. All this while I've been aspiring.
Okay.
But I thank God I was given that opportunity to serve my people, especially the portfolio they gave to me.
Directly
what I really,
was, yes. Women Affairs and Poverty.
And we're able to, assist our women, to assist, to bring them to the mainstream.
So can you share with us some of the specific tasks that you've engaged in, activities that you've engaged in to bring these women out into limelight, so to speak? Especially in the area of poverty alleviation, any specific projects that you've done for poverty alleviation?
There are a lot of skill acquisition we give to our women.
Okay.
There are some women we teach how to make tie and dye.
Okay.
So they can earn their daily living. There are some women we train them on hairdressing. Okay. Some are even women, they go on for shoemaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, shoemaking and a lot of skill acquisition programs.
So there's one thing for you to train them on these skills. Another thing is when they've made these products, do you have an organized way of taking the products off them?
Well, actually, we empower them.
Okay.
My chairman, the chairman I was working with, actually bought equipment for those that were trained.
Okay.
In order for them to start their own business.
Okay, so you train them and also give them what tools to work with,
yes,
so they can get started.
We empower them along with, so they can be able to earn their daily living.
Okay, inshallah ta'ala, we'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll get started with the vegetables. So our turkey is on the fire, and we'll let it boil for a bit, and then we'll come back and continue the cooking. We're talking about women in politics. My guest here, Alhaja Basira, she took on a daunting task because it had always been her passion. She had no fear whatsoever. So we'll hear more from her when we come back from this break. Stay with us.
May the blessings of Allah be upon us this Ramadan season. Ramadan Kareem from Honeywell Flour Mills PLC.
Welcome back. We're still in the kitchen. During the break, we had our turkey on the fire before we went on break. It's done now. And then she's also taking care of the stockfish and the pomo and the shrimps. She's basically used the same broth from the turkey to boil that, just in case you want to try this out at home, inshallah. So now, what are we doing next? You're going to fry the turkey?
Yes, I'm going to fry the turkey now.
You need the vegetable oil.
Yeah, the granite oil.
Granite oil.
For the turkey.
Okay.
So you're going to pour your granite oil.
And then you also...
The portion you want to use. And at the same time,
you're going to start with
fry your pepper stew for the ugu vegetable.
Okay.
You add your red oil.
I'm curious to know how you coped with politics, especially the way they see women. Any woman in politics is seen as irresponsible, sort of. There's that general mentality. How have you been able to manage your affairs as a family woman and a politician?
Well, people saying women in politics are irresponsible, they are making a great mistake. Okay. Because it depends on the way you play your politics. Okay. Everybody have its own way of playing politics. And I believe if you're playing politics, you have to play it maturely. Okay. You have to be responsible. You have to be a good family woman before you can play politics. Because some girls of nowadays, they think by maybe, if they want to get a position, the way to get their position is by, flirting around. But that cannot make you. That will even, bring you down, will depreciate your, your value and status. That is it. So what I believe is...
So you don't need to go, you don't need to bend rules, you don't need to go dirty.
You don't need it at all. Anything you know you can do very well. You know your activities, you know you can convince your people, and you know what you have for your people. Except you don't have anything to offer. That is when you'll be scared, or you think by flirting around will make you get a position. But when you have what you want to deliver to your community, to your people, you definitely stand by your feet.
Your product will sell you.
Yeah, it will, surely.
What you have to offer is what
surely, and I believe it's only God that can put you in any position.
You're very correct.
You cannot be in a position. So
you can do all the dirty deals and still not get the position.
Sure, a lot of them out there. At the end of the day, they see themselves in the mess of wasting their time of flirting around. But I believe anything God does is what works out. If God doesn't sign to it, or if God doesn't give you a position, there is no effort you make that you get there. So you just have to be patient. Try your best and leave the rest to God.
Focus on the job that you're there to do. Focus on the activities. Focus on what you have to do.
I think that is
amazing. We will be taking a break shortly. Everything is ongoing. We have the turkey on fire, the preparations for bleaching the palm oil, and once that is done, the pepper will go in, and then everything else will disappear, and the vegetable. The next time you see us, our food will be ready. She's also going to make the wheat flour. So it's a mass attack, if you call it. It's a mass attack. So our whole time is ticking, so we need to speed things up. The water for the wheat flour is on. Can I fetch the wheat flour for you?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the water for the wheat flour.
So we've got our wheat flour. The next time you see us back, our table will be set with flour already made. and of course that's the Honeywell wheat flour that we're using today. The turkey is already being fried and then the pepper is on. So stay with us, our food is almost done. If you are in the kitchen with me, you would already be filled up with the aroma going on here, mashallah. I trust that your sahur is also being prepared. So when we come back, we'll be having our sahur together, inshallah ta'ala. We're still here for you. Join us soon. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As you can see, our table is set, our sahur is ready. I do hope yours is ready as well. We've been speaking with Alhaja Basira. She's talked about women in politics and she has her final words. Do not reduce your virtues, not reduce your value just because of what you want to get. Because who knows, at the end of the day, you might not even get it. It's only Allah that puts you in position. So do your best, stay true to Allah, and He will elevate you, inshallah ta'ala. That's it from us in the studio. Until we come your way again, inshallah ta'ala, same time tomorrow. This is our time for sahur. Stay blessed.
May the blessings of Allah be upon us this Ramadan season. Ramadan Kareem from Honeywell Flour Mills PLC.